Hey everybody, welcome. Just hang out for a second, just getting some things set up. We're gonna do this. Hang on. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming out to hang out on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. I know it's a weird time, and I appreciate you coming over here. Come over here to GrimmGreen YouTube. We're going to open vape mail today. We're going to be talking about YouTubers. We're going to talk about Dashvapes today a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I guess... Well, first I'll cut off the hold music. Hope everybody's been enjoying the hold music. I know, Jeremy V, I know. All will be explained. I don't have an intro, so the first thing I'm going to do is kill the hold music, and then... Hi! Welcome! Good Lord! What's up, everybody? GrimmGreen back here today, doing a Wildcard Wednesday stream, just because... I felt like it. I felt like doing a stream. The next few weeks are going to be real weird. You guys, welcome, everybody. Vapor Swaggins, I see you there. Hell yeah. Michelle Lynn's here. Good. Glad we got some moderators here. Low and Slowish. Low and Slowish. Shout out to Low and Slowish. Very gracious of you, man. And Vaping with Ken. Very gracious of you. Christmas has come early. So I want to explain what exactly is going on right now. I'm doing this stream. It's going to be a little bit less rigid as far as like segments and timestamps and things like this. This is the new Wildcard Wednesday, and I'm introducing the Wildcard Wednesday as a video when I can't do the vlog. So you can get excited and be like, yeah, Wildcard Wednesday, new video, except it's not really a new video. It's only a new video when I can't do the vlog. So hang on, let me collect myself here. And let me really talk about what's going on here with Wildcard Wednesday. We're going to do some vape mail today. We are going to do a mount. I'm not even joking how much vape mail is here today. It's obscene. It's insane. I haven't done vape mail in like 2 weeks, and it's been, I wish you could see it. I wish you could see how much vape mail is here. So we're going to be opening up a bunch of vape mail. I did want to start off this here video talking about that YouTuber from Canada, Matthew Saranto. What's his name? Go away. Matthew Saranto, and he did a video about the 10 dangers of vaping that you didn't know about. And normally I wouldn't really care very much, except he's a really big YouTuber. He's upwards of 6 million plus subscribers, and this video that he did, the 10 dangers of vaping, is just all wrong. It's all misinformation. Dashvapes took a crack at it. Dashvapes did an amazing job doing kind of like a retort to this video. So I wanted to talk about that. I want to do vape mail. I kind of want to set up that Recurve Dual RDA. And like I said, this is going to be a little bit more chill. We're going to be interacting with the chat. We're going to be talking to the super chats kind of as they happen. So that's how this is going to go. And really the whole reason behind this Wildcard Wednesday video, you guys, is simply because my schedule is going to be 8 kinds of messed up, maybe 9 kinds of messed up for probably like 2 months, maybe a little bit longer, but probably like 2 months. I don't want to jinx anything yet, but it's basically set in stone. We basically have closed on this house. We're going to be moving again soon, like within the next few weeks. So not only not only are we going to be buying a house and moving, we're also moving my dad. I've talked about my dad a lot on YouTube and previous vlogs. We're also moving my dad and stepmother down to Los Angeles, which means that is taking time and money to move them. It's going to take time and money to build for them to live with us. It's going to take time. There's just going to be a lot. There's just a lot going on. In addition to that, there's holidays. This week is the 4th of July. Tomorrow's the 4th of July. There's not going to be a vlog tomorrow night. Next week is NVE. There's not going to be a vlog next week because I'm flying out Thursday for NVE. When I return from NVE the following week, now we're talking 3 weeks ahead, there's not going to be a vlog that week because I'm going back up to Santa Rosa to spend time with my dad and help them start getting packed and situated so they can get ready to come down to Los Angeles. So that's where this Wildcard Wednesday comes in. Wildcard Wednesday is going to be the stream that I do when I can't do the vlog. And it's because I want to do the vlog. I'm genuinely upset that I cannot do the vlog for like the next 3 weeks. I have so much planned for it and so many segments and so many liquids and so many retro vapings and so many viewer mails, and I'm really bummed that I can't do the vlog. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to hang out on a Wednesday. It's Wildcard Wednesday. This is a very, 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 very unofficial type of live stream. Like I said, you guys, I got no bumpers. I got no intros. I got nothing fancy. It's literally just going to be me sitting here. We might go an hour and a half, something like that. I do have an obligation later this afternoon where I'm going to be streaming with my patrons over on the Instagram. If Instagram would get back to working correctly. Has anybody else noticed that Instagram's completely gone and done and dead today? Driving me insane. Navy Freak, very gracious of you. I'll shout you out, bro. We got a super chat from JMod. You still doing the IG stream? IG seems to be down. So here's the thing, JMod. Very gracious of you, firstly. Yes, I'm going to try. At 4 o'clock, all of my Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club that is here, at 4 o'clock, we are going to try to stream on Instagram, although Instagram has been down all day. I can't post pictures. I can't post to my story, which really bums me out. So we're going to try to give it a try. We're going to try to give it a try over there on Instagram at 4 for you guys. Lawless Vapors, very great. You don't have to. Thank you very much. Best channel on YouTube. You heard it here first. Lawless Vapors. I appreciate that, bro. Best channel on YouTube. Michelle Lynn, GrimmGreen, it was so nice hearing my intro on the Culture of Clouds podcast this week. Thank you. P.S. Here's your $5. I was expecting, well, Michelle Lynn, your bumper turned out awesome, so of course we had to use it. Even if we would use it anyway, Michelle Lynn, dull dime. I would have preferred $4.20 instead of the $5, but very gracious of you. Very gracious of you, Michelle Lynn. Addie Tooney's here. Vapor Swaggins is here. Dude, the whole squad's here, you guys. The whole squad is here. So the first thing I want to do today before we get to this YouTuber from Canada, before we get to Dashvapes, I want to open a beer and I want to have a beer because it's a stream and it's not quite a vlog, right? It's not quite a vlog, but I still feel like I kind of want to have a beverage from the Brewed Arts. I believe this one came to me from For British Eyes Only. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody remembers the momentous cutting of the beer can and spraying it all over myself and my crotch in my office, this came from that box, and it's called Escape from Reality. I'm going to try to hold this as close to the camera as I can because I want you to see the graphics on this. Look at that. Escape from Reality. Real sort of 80s throwback vintage. That is a time machine DeLorean on there. I'm not sure how craft beer gets away with using bright colors and, 80s nostalgia throwbacks. I mean, that is actually the DeLorean from Back to the Future on this beer. And it's It's cool. Like everyone's like cool with it. Nobody bats an eye at it. They're like, oh, the craft beer. That's just what craft beer does. They have a Breaking Bad beer that looks exactly like Breaking Bad, except it's called, something clever like Breaking Hops or something silly like that. Cannabis is the same way. Cannabis gets away with a lot. Craft beer gets away with a lot. But if e-liquid isn't anything other than like a white bottle with a white cap, any color on it, if there's blue on your liquid bottle, no, you're appealing to kids. You're appealing to kids because they like blue and you have blue on your label. All right, what about this? What about this? Beer gets away with this. Nobody says nothing about that. And here's the thing. I don't care. I want beer to be able to get away with this. I want cannabis to be able to get away with this. I want e-liquid to be able to market in a way to their customers that is appealing. Gosh, making me insane. But here we go. This is the escape from reality. That's what we're doing today. Escaping reality, IPA. Cheers. Here's to you guys. Because why not have a beer at 2 in the afternoon? What am I, bogan? Awesome. Really great IPA. Really frothy, really effervescent. I get a little bit of upfront sweetness. It's insanely clean. This Escape from Reality IPA is insanely clean. I'm also not going to be doing any I'm also not going to be doing like the whole like what I've been vaping thing. It's a little bit silly. In fact, I'm setting you over there. I only have one thing that I'm going to be vaping throughout this entire Wildcard Wednesday video. That's my BMI Goldie. Let me see if I can get a nice close shot of this just for the sake of trying. BMI Goldie Grim Army Kasa Fundraiser Edition. That happens to be the off-roof Next Mesh sub tank on there. That is just a rockin' little flavor banger. I've got it loaded up with, I'm going to call it Jungle Liquid because it's actually called Jungle Juice, but I'm going to call it Jungle Liquid, even though I'm not really sticking to it's harder than you think to not say juice. I've been having a hell of a time getting that word out of my vocabulary because I'm trying to say liquid instead of juice, just because, I don't know, juice, I don't like the connotation that it gives. It's not specific to vaping. Juice is anything, right? Liquids, vape liquids, e-liquid is specific to vaping. And so I try to say liquid, but when everybody around you and Dwayne and every vendor I talk to and every associate that I have that I talk to, everybody just says juice. Everybody. So maybe I'm fighting a losing battle, but I got Jungle Juice loaded up in the BMI Goldie. This is rocking. And this is what I'm going to be using all day. Awesome. It's great. This is a great vape, and this is what I'm going to be vaping today. Geothermal, just call it juice. Just give up. You're telling me to give up on my convictions right now? You're telling me to give up on my convictions. Wow. I'm just kidding. Chances are I probably will just cave at some point and just say, fuck it. Let's just call it juice. I'm sick of it. Let's call it juice. But I literally have in front of me, like, I don't know, 20 packages. It's going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot of packages. This is going to take the majority of this Wildcard Wednesday. But here, can I get a time check right here? All right, what do we got? 15 minutes in. 15 minutes into the Wildcard Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about advocacy, news and advocacy. So a YouTuber in Canada, maybe you know him, Mike Smiter. And if Smiterman's here, he's my only Canadian like contact at the moment. So if Mike Smiter doesn't know it, if Mike Smiter doesn't know this guy, then I don't know this guy either. I've never heard of this YouTuber, Matthew Santoro. 6 million subscribers. And Matthew Santoro is known on YouTube for doing a lot of like top 10 type of videos. Like here's 10 crazy facts, or here's 50 amazing facts, or here's the top 10 best thingies in the thing world. And he's also done a vlogging channel, which he eventually shut down, and he was doing a gaming channel for a long time, which he eventually shut down. And he's just been Matthew Santoro on YouTube, and he's like he's that guy. These are the top 12 best pizzas in Calgary. That's the best Canadian YouTuber video I could think of at the time. Top 10 best donuts in Calgary. I don't know. Maybe are all YouTubers from Calgary? I don't know. Anyway, that's what this guy does. But then recently, I'm not sure if anybody saw this. There's going to be a link to it in the description. There's going to be a link to this video in the description. There's going to be a link to the Dashvapes video in the description as well. I agree with Solomon. There's no spamming in here. At least I have some moderators here. Thank you, Michelle Lynn, for being here. Otherwise, it's just anarchy. It's just anarchy in the chat. Anarchy in the chat. Mr. Vape, can I get a fist bump? Yeah, here, make it count. Here we go. Ready? Bump. Boosh. Bump it. That's for you, Mr. Vape. Literally. Just for you. So he recently did this video. The 10 dangers of vaping that you didn't know. 10 dangers of vaping that you didn't know. And before we even get into his top 10 dangers of vaping that you didn't know about, I think it's important to point out that Matthew Saranto isn't a vapor. He's not a smoker. He's not an addiction expert. He's not a subject matter expert. He's not a scientist. That he's a YouTuber guy. He hasn't been steeped in freaking vape advocacy and vape studies and vape news for the last decade. He's literally this is literally a sponsored video. He says at the beginning it's sponsored by Public Health Canada. He said they paid him money to basically just regurgitate these facts. So Matthew Saranto has gone from being a YouTuber to just being someone that you can buy and write a script and then he'll just say it on YouTube. And that's apparently what you can do. So well done. Good on you, Matthew Saranto. It's weird. I wonder what it feels like to be like a government propaganda, just puppet, just mouthpiece. Like, here's some money. Say this on YouTube. And Matthew just went, oh, okay. Thank you for the money. 10 vaping deadly facts. Okay. And he just reads them off. And he reads them off like he cares. He reads them off like he cares. Would he have done this video, 10 dangers of vaping, if the Canadian government didn't pay him to do it? I don't think so. So let's just get into this. And I want to give a huge shout out, humongous shout out to Dashvapes. I got to speak with Dashvapes while we were on the, on the J Hayes Inside the Minds. Great. He's great. He gives a shit. I love Dash. I love Dashvapes. I know his name isn't Dashvapes. Dashvapes is the shop or the store or something like that. But I really like Dash, and I really like the rebuttal that he did to this. And it made it to the ECR subreddit. There's a big thread on there. Dashvapes calls out Matthew Saranto for spreading false information. He did. He called him out hard. And I don't know if I can get in trouble with this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
I don't know if I can play the audio from his video on my stream.
Today's video is an important one because it's on an important topic, which is vaping. This video is sponsored by Health Canada, which is helping to support my channel.
Sponsored by Health Canada. The government of Canada paid him money to just say this script. Just say it. Just here's the facts, top to bottom. Here's the facts, top to bottom. Here's some money. Just say this on YouTube. I don't know how you could live with yourself. I don't know how you could sleep at night. I genuinely don't. Genuinely don't. Let's keep going.
I'm super grateful for. Plus, they're out here concerned for your health. So we decided to team up.
Definitely.
And give you some important info about.
I just want to make sure. Can we hear that? Can you hear that in the chat? I just want to make sure that people can hear that. Stan's here. Stan made a big entrance. Stan Tenacious DX Vapes is here, you guys. Okay, let's get back into the super chat real quickly. Okay, Scrapwood Original, I'll get with you, buddy. Very gracious of you, thank you. Zach just got off work and a double stream. Best day ever, Zach. I see you over there, Pizza Beard. Instagram is still broken. All right, well, if Instagram is still broken at 4 o'clock this afternoon, then we won't be able to stream. But my plan is to stream with you guys yo-yo at 4 o'clock. I got $2 boxes. I've got monthly $2 boxes. It's going to be great. J-Dub Vapes, Very gracious of you. I'm going to give you a shout out for that. Thomas Crow, shotgun the beer, Nick. Do it and you're cool. Do it and you're cool. Do it and you're cool. No, I haven't shotgunned a beer on purpose. I don't know, maybe since high school. Accidentally, sure, recently, but on purpose, not for a very long time. Besides, that's not how you want to enjoy the Escape from Reality India Pale Ale beer. That's just, this is something that you need to savor. You know, you need to burp. Very gracious of you, Thomas Crow. Kevin Mitchell, don't give up on saying liquid. I'm trying as well. Okay, Kevin, I'm in. We're back to liquid. Lawless. If you need more mods, I'll gladly help, Grim. I do not. I am all set, Lawless Vapors. But if you want to send out some mods to anybody else, then you do it. You do the damn thing. So let's get back to Matthew Sorrento here. We're gonna hang on. Santoro. Matthew Santoro is the gentleman's name. I'd never heard of him before this. I apologize, Matthew. I know you have 6 million subs. I had never heard of you.
Although e-cigarettes have been around for more than a decade, vaping rates have increased in recent years, especially among teens. In fact, data from a Health Canada survey found that 23% of students in grades 7 to 12 have tried it, and this number appears to be on the rise.
Tried it. I mean, that's not there. There's no other way that you can even put that around. That's not like 23% of youths between 12 and 16 are daily habitual users. They're confusing experimentation with regular use. The regular use numbers, and while I will absolutely admit that there are young people regularly using vaping, of course there are young people regularly using vaping, because there are young people regularly smoking cigarettes as well. I was one of them back in the day, 13 years old, smoking a pack of cigarettes. So yeah, it's not a shock to me. Lots of kids are experimenting with cannabis as well. Lots of kids are drinking. Lots of kids are drinking and driving. Lots of kids are having unprotected sex. Lots of kids are doing lots of risky behaviors. And in a perfect world, sure, nobody would ever partake in anything risky ever again. But that's not reality. And the reality is that people, and Danielle Jones said this great on Twitter. She said, people are going to do risky things. And harm reduction is created in order to mitigate those risks. This is why you put on a jacket when you go outside and it's cold, so you don't get frostbite. That's harm reduction. You're reducing your body's harm to the outside cold elements by using a jacket. That's harm reduction. Put on a helmet when you ride a bicycle or a motorcycle. Right? Still risky driving a motorcycle around, but that helmet is going to reduce the harm between your head and the concrete. Helmets are harm reduction. Youths are going to experiment. They are going to smoke cigarettes and they are going to vape. And harm reduction, vaping, reduces the harm in your life. The lungs from the smoke. Harm reduction. It's right there in the title. You're reducing the harm in your life. And that should be the goal of vaping, is harm reduction, not this prohibition. Makes me insane. Let's continue here with Matthew.
The last few years, many people, and particularly teenagers, have assumed that vaping is safe, but new research is showing that it is far from healthy.
There's no new research. I just want to. This is a point right here. There's no new research that shows that vaping is unhealthy for you. There's no. He didn't list any studies or anything in his video, so he can't verify any of the statements he's making. I can. There's no new studies that show that vaping is dangerous for you, or even in the same ballpark as combustible tobacco cigarettes.
So let's get into the rapid fire facts.
Yeah.
There are 10 dangers of vaping that you didn't know. The first is nicotine addiction.
Nicotine addiction is a danger of vaping. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. I'm sweating my balls off in here right now. Okay, let me take a brief sidebar. My air conditioning is broken. That's another reason why I'm not going to be able to vlog tomorrow, is because I don't have an air conditioner, and the air conditioner is getting fixed this weekend. And so until this weekend, I just have to sit and sweat like I'm in the Congo on safari. Like it's just pouring down my head and my shirt. I'm sweating. It's a sweat lodge in here. We're about to go on like a spiritual journey in here. Just a good old fashioned sweat lodge we got going in here. So back to nicotine. Nicotine's addictive. Of course, nicotine's addictive. Is it as addictive as lots of other addictive things? That kind of remains to be seen. Nicotine is addictive, and addiction to nicotine is a danger of vaping, but it's a danger of vaping in that you'll have an addiction. So are we just worried about addiction for the sake of addiction, regardless of the harm it causes you? Or would we rather have people be addicted to something that is far less harmful for you, or be addicted to something that will definitely kill you, that will definitely cause cancer, emphysema, COPD, and death? Should they be addicted to that? Or maybe, as a harm reduction trade-off, they could be addicted to something that is not going to kill them. Vaping regularly, as intended, has caused 0 deaths. 100% zero. 0 deaths. How many people are going to die in the United States from smoking-related diseases and illnesses this year? I don't know, a couple 100,000, 400, 500,000 probably. But nicotine addiction.
Most vaping liquids contain nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. Vaping with nicotine can lead to nicotine addiction. The second is brain development.
I finally figured it out. Who this guy reminds me of. He reminds me of Rip Trippers. Without a southern accent. He's got like that perfectly manicured beard type of thing that Rip has. And he's even got those like beautifully like teeth that look too perfect. Teeth that look too white, to the point where you go, are you an android or some sort of being from another creature? Like you don't have any pores. 2 teeth. And even the way he smiles and talks, he kind of reminds me of Rip. Okay, that was just bothering me. We're talking about brain development now. Brain development.
Now, nicotine is known to alter teen brain development.
He's right about this. It does alter teen brain development, or whatever they say. It alters it in the same way that any stimulus or data into your young developing brain will change it. So if you are, let's say you're 10 years old, you're 10, okay? And you've never had anything spicy in your life. You've never had spicy food before. And your mom gives you a burrito and you're like, bro, mom, I don't know why you would call your mom bro. Bro, mom, I love burritos. Thank you for this delicious burrito. I'm so grateful for. And then you take a bite of the burrito and it's just instantly spicy. That has altered your brain. The spiciness has altered your developing brain. And now you know about spicy things and how spicy things affect you. That is altering your brain. With addiction, it's the same thing. The nicotine it alters your brain. Now you've learned, I like this. I'm going to want more of this in the future. And then when you eventually quit nicotine, like, I don't know, it could be some people's goal. It's not my goal, but when you eventually quit nicotine, your brain changes again. Now you're not addicted to nicotine. So yeah, he's correct, but it's being presented in a really smarmy way. Just governmental propaganda smarmy way.
And can affect memory and concentration.
Yeah.
Exposure to nicotine during your teenage years can cause reduced impulse control, as well as cognitive and behavioral problems.
So a lot of that, most of that is all true. True if you're vaping nicotine, true if you're smoking nicotine. I was smoking nicotine when I was a teenager. And what's interesting is when I was smoking nicotine as a teenager, it felt like nobody even noticed or nobody even cared. I never, in my teenage years, saw anything on the news about epidemic smoking rates back in 1992 when roughly 25-30% of adolescents were habitual tobacco cigarette smokers. I didn't hear anything about it back then. You can kind of put two and two together in your head. Why didn't they make a bigger deal out of so many people smoking? And why are they now making such a big deal out of less people vaping? Things like this are red flags. Things like this are red flags. Any more super chats? Okay, I didn't see any super chats. I just want to make sure. I don't want the super chats to go by. Arkham Bricks. I don't know if there is really an addiction to nicotine. Still waiting on the movie You Don't Know Nicotine to be finished. Yes, the You Don't Know Nicotine trailer, I believe the teaser trailer, if today is the 3rd, yeah, that means on the teaser trailer came out yesterday on the 2nd. And I don't know if anybody has it to drop it in the chat or anything like that, but you should all definitely watch the trailer for You Don't Know Nicotine because it's an incredible trailer. Incredible trailer.
Next fact is about contaminants. Now, vape devices
Contaminants.
pens work by heating up a liquid until it vaporizes. It does this by using a heating coil inside the device. But contaminants such as nickel, tin, and aluminum might get into the vaping products and then into your vapor. You don't want these in your lungs, trust me.
You don't want these in your lungs. Trust me. So, like I said before, he's just reading off a script. He doesn't know anything about vaping. He doesn't know the tests that they did to produce these results. He doesn't understand how vapor products work, how electronic cigarettes work. He doesn't have a basic understanding of vaporizing heat using a coil at different certain wattages and things like this. Like I said, he's literally just a mouthpiece at this moment. He's not a subject matter expert. And when they talk about things like heavy metals, in fact, you can Google this. Let's Google heavy metal in vapor. Heavy metals in vapors. WebMD, toxic metals found in e-cigarettes. Science alert, toxic heavy metals are leaking from e-cigarettes. Now we have to get to somewhere that is unbiased. Hazardous metals. Is vaping toxic metals? You can usually find this on e-cigarette research. Essentially, so he is referring to, and by he, I mean the Canadian government for which he is speaking, is referring to some really old studies where they were testing vapor products. They were using really old, like CE4 style cartomizers, and they were using them well outside the intended specifications of the device. You could take a CE4 atomizer, and they were just cranking up the wattage, creating these horrific, like dry puff conditions that no vapor would ever use. And when they take it to this maximum wattage and create these like horrible burnt wicks and horribly burnt heating elements, and then they're finding these like trace amounts of heavy metals, it's because they're doing it in the worst possible conditions possible. It's not scientific in any way. It would be the equivalent of taking a car and putting it up on like a jack, draining all the oil out of it, and then just running the engine at full speed with the gas floored down. And then when it seizes up and explodes, essentially, you go, yeah, see, cars aren't safe. It's not safe. That could have exploded. That could have exploded on the freeway. And then you'd go, well, that's not how you drive a car. You'd look at this vape study and you'd go, but that's not how you vape. That's not how anybody vapes. You're going way off the rails here. You're doing things that aren't realistic. Same as jacking your car up, draining the oil and turning on the engine and flooring it until it seizes up. That's not realistic. That's not how you drive. That's not how you vape. This might take too long to get through because I want to get to this vape mail and I keep going off. I keep going off on tangents. Okay, next he talks about harmful chemicals. He talks about PG and VG, which I don't... Yeah, PG and VG are definitely safe to inhale. If you're not aware of this already, definitely totally 100% safe to inhale propylene glycol. Keeping in mind, I am not a doctor. All of the information that I have available to me is from other doctors and other scientists on the internet. But for a long time, in the 1950s, they would use propylene glycol fog and they would pump it into hospitals in order to sort of sterilize the air. And everybody in the hospital, all of the doctors, all of the patients were all breathing in propylene glycol vapor fog, which is not completely different from what we vape on a daily basis. And you know, Dr. Drew said it best a couple of months ago when he said, you know, they're trying like hell to find something wrong with vaping. They're trying like hell. And you know, when they resort to saying that propylene glycol is a harmful chemical, that's it. That's the bottom of the barrel, dude. They're out of arguments. They've got literally nothing left.
Now, there are
literally nothing left.
Linked to other chemicals that are found in vaping products. Vaping can expose you to harmful chemicals like formaldehyde and acrolein, and using vaping products with higher power and temperature settings can produce more chemicals.
No, they can't. Actually, that's why temperature control exists, is to keep the temperature of your liquid down. Man, this guy's annoying. God, this guy's annoying. That is the most annoying thing. Bringing up the formaldehyde argument again, which has been, I mean, if I had prepared for this vlog, for this video, I'll try to get some references down in the description, but the formaldehyde argument has been beaten into the ground, into death. I have a formaldehyde tester somewhere in my office. I've tested my breath. I've breathed vapor directly at the formaldehyde tester. I've taken the formaldehyde tester around my apartment building. No, the formaldehyde thing, it's hogwash. It's just hogwash. And I bet if you asked Matthew Saranto what acrolein is or how to even fucking spell the word, he would just look at you like you had lobsters crawling out of your ears. There's not a chance this fucking guy knows what acrolein is. There's not a chance that a lot of people know what acrolein is, but if they find trace amounts of acrolein in maybe a really diacetally filled e-liquid, then they can use that word acrolein because it sounds scary, doesn't it? Acrolein? You're inhaling acrolein. Did you know that? Do you even know what acrolein is? No, nobody does. And it's not something you can even easily search for. You can't go on the internet and Google acrolein. How do you spell acrolein? He didn't say. He didn't give you any definitions of what acrolein is, what chemical compound it is, if it appears in e-liquid, how it appears in e-liquid, how acrolein even affects your body or your physiology. It's just a scary sounding word that nobody can research. And so they go, well, those have acrolein in them, you know? It's nonsense.
Some of these chemicals and contaminants are linked to negative health effects. Now, the next is about vaping liquids. Some of the...
I just love that sentence so much. You know what? We might have to do this in 2 parts. In fact, we might have to stop this nonsense right now and let Dashvapes take over. I'm going to link in the description to this video from Matthew Saranto as well as the video from Dashvapes because his is actually really well thought out, cites references. Dashvapes was on top of it. This was just me being mad at Matthew Saranto for just spouting off so much wrong information. And Matthew, I know that this is just a payday to you and you're just getting paid and you really think you're helping with public health, like telling people the dangers of vaping, but all you're doing is keeping smokers from quitting. Matthew. You're ensuring that people who watch your video will continue to smoke and die from combustible tobacco cigarettes. And that's basically where I'm going to leave that. That's basically where I'm going to leave that. And it's only because I'm running out of time, and I would love to just sit here for a few more hours and just really dig into Matthew. But I'm going to leave that up to Dashvapes, because Dashvapes did an incredible job in this. So I'm actually going to put a link to this video in the chat right now. If anybody wants to go over there, watch it, leave a respectful comment. I've already been reading through the comments, and it seems like everybody thinks this guy's just full of shit. Like, all of the top comments are just like, oh, wow, so this is what it looks like to be a sellout. Oh, wow, you're wrong on so many levels. I don't even know where to start. Oh, wow, this, that, and the other. Oh, wow, how do you get away with just spouting off misinformation like this? Oh, wow, you're an idiot. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those on his video. So I'm going to be linking, like I said, in the description to his video and to the Dashvapes video. Unfortunately, I just can't spend more time on this because I get too rambly. You know how far we made it into his video? 2 minutes. We made it 2 minutes into his video, and meanwhile, we've been talking about it for like 40 minutes. Ridiculous. What up, Breeze Tones? Send the Vaping Canadian over to correct Matthew. Yeah. Vaping Canadian. We'll send a Vaping Canadian. We'll send Brian over there. We'll send Smiderman over there. They can go talk to Matthew. Appreciate that, Breeze Tones. Jim Spain. Can I get a shout out for my super supportive wife, Amy? 100%, Jim. This is dedicated to Jim Spain's super supportive wife, Amy. Boosh. It's not really a super big deal, not a real like high honor to get a fist bump from GrimmGreen, but you got one. You got one, and that's what counts. Is there any more super chatties down here? Fire J, Vaping with Vic did a comment. Yeah, Vaping with Vic. Shout out to Vaping with Vic. Vaping with Vic did an enormous comment, pointing out, basically going point by point. It has 567 thumbs up and 93 replies. 93 replies. So it's interesting. It's interesting the way that when this video happened, it seemed like every vapor jumped on it. Every vapor was like, oh, okay, hang on, Matthew. Hang the fuck on. Like, I saw this all over Facebook. I saw this on Instagram. I saw it on Reddit. Everywhere. And everywhere, vapors are jumping on this guy. And everywhere, vapors are correcting this guy every chance they can get. To me, that's activism. That's grassroots activism. That's stopping the spread of misinformation at the source, at this mouthpiece for the Canadian government, Matthew. Well done. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to put links in the description. Here we go. What is acrolein? Look it up. Look up acrolein. Look up the amount of acrolein that they've found in some e-liquids. It's not even, it's such a low level that it might as well not even be there. But because it is there, they can say that it's in there and that it will cause you horrible DNA damage. They're basically making the assumption that this is eventually going to lead to cancer. Like, they're making the correlation right now in the most weird ass roundabout way, non-factual way possible. They're basically saying that vaping is going to give you cancer without even saying that vaping is going to give you cancer. They're not using those words because they know that they can't use those words. There's no way that they can say vaping leads to cancer. It's just not a possibility. It's impossible. But they're going to try to make those correlations, and they're going to try to make you think that you made those correlations in your head. God, I sound like Alex Jones now. I got to stop. Full here, watch videos. Great. Thank you for deleting that message, Addy Tooney. You're my favorite new moderator in the chat. Good Lord. So, drinking a beer, having a vape. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. I am. I'm having a great Wednesday. So this vape mail, you guys, it's seriously going to be out of control. I'm just going to try to get through. What's up, Ja Crispy Banks? What's up, Ja Crispy Branks? All right, Daniel Smith, very, very gracious of you. Yo-Yoy, just mad respect for everything you're doing. Boule Bulu is the best e-liquid. We'll have to send you the strawberry cheesecake from the same company. Amazing. Yes, Daniel Smith. 100% Daniel Smith. Email me, Daniel Smith. If that company makes a strawberry cheesecake, Daniel Smith, I'm all over that. I'm all over that strawberry cheesecake, Daniel Smith. I just like saying your name, Daniel Smith. I hope that doesn't get weird. So we're going to go from oldest to newest. I know what this is. This is from Chuck. This is from NorCal. Sick boy. I think he hooked up some Squid nonsense. I think he hooked up a Squid. Your bottle of Sticky Monkey is there, Matt Sinister? Oh, I'm so jealous. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Exactly, Mowgli Vapes. They're implying it. They're implying it without saying it. And this is a really huge like propaganda tactic. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with that silly plus nicotine commercial that they did with like the dollar store Halloween masks, and they're playing guitar and they're talking about nicotine leads to anxiety and vaping and brain poison plus nicotine. And it's not that they think that people will take that ad seriously, and it's not that they think youths will see that ad and go, wow, these guys in the rubber dollar store Halloween costumes, they're really speaking to me. I should not vape. All they're doing is associating vaping with things that are objectionable. And that's all that they need to do to turn the tide of public perception. If you start associating something with something else that is bad or objectionable, then your work is done. People, if you make that association, people will start making that association on their own. And then they'll come to a point where it's just vaping. You're associating it with things that are objectionable, like horrible, corny cartoon commercials plus nicotine. That's what they're doing. They're saying it without saying it. They're making that correlation so that you'll make that correlation, so that you'll start associating vapor products with things that are bad or objectionable or dirty or filthy or low class and things like this. That's what they do. That's what they did with cannabis in the 60s. I mean, history, U.S. history, we can all go watch it. We can read about nicotine. We can read about Nixon and how he treated cannabis in the 60s and how he associated it with low income, poor people, with people of color, with ethnic people, making that association that marijuana and cannabis is like a dirty, low class thing to do. That's all they needed to do to demonize it. And that's exactly what they're doing with vaping. It's bullshit. Psychological warfare going on, Stan. Serious psychological warfare going on right now. Serious psychological warfare, Joe. You've seen it. I've seen it. They're there, Joe. Don't say you haven't seen it. I've seen them. Serious psychological warfare going on now. We're in a battle. We're in a battle with the government. Yeah, dude. Squid stuff. So back to the mail. Like I said, we're going to just try to get through as much mail as possible. That's Squid Patch. All right, so this is the Double Barrel 3. Okay, Squid Industries. Hey there. First, thank you for the support of Squid and of our industry. Thank you for keeping consumers in the know, not only about awesome products, but our ever-important fight to continue vaping. Enclosed is one of our new Hydro Dip Double Barrel V3 and Squad 3-in-1. Now, aside from the new Hydro Dip colors, there's nothing new about your V3 as the technically 4th generation of this mod. We're really happy with the results. Under 1% defect ratio and a stellar performance. What is most exciting here is that as we grow, we are able to produce more and more, and the consumer benefits by saving... okay. So the price of the V3s dropped down to $79 now. That's pretty awesome. Now, the real reason I included the V3 is so you had a matching set with the pre-production Squad 3-in-1. We've included one device. Oh, is this like their little pod guy? Does Squid have a little pod guy? Yeah, RBA head. The replaceable coil fits the Aspire BVC coils, but we will be producing mesh coils for this as well. Tank section is done. Coils are being fine-tuned. The RB section is complete. However, we're working on a 510 adapter, blah, blah, blah. Morgan Meh, Hansma, disposable coils. Okay. Retail is now on the V3, and I'm hoping to have the Squad out there in the next 30 days. Squid Vape. All right, Eric Buss, Squid Vape. Well, let's take a look at this hydro-dipped Squid V3. So, I used to love the double barrel. I got the double barrel, the first double barrel, and I just loved the crap out of it. I got it at ECC when it was at the Pomona Fairgrounds. Don't remember what year it was, 2016 maybe, not 100% sure on that. Loved it. Loved the crap out of it. Got the V2, got a dope blue hydro-dipped V2. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Got a V3 in the mail. Didn't work. Just didn't work right out of the box. Could never get it to work. Could never get it to fire. Could never get it to turn on. And then that was it. That was months ago. And it just kind of sat there. So I am pretty excited to see this here V3 with the hydro-dipped graphics. And I'm hoping that that's slick. That's very, very slick. Let me try to get you the battery door is just going to sit there and dangle. But that's a pretty slick looking Squid Industries double barrel right there. I really like those graphics. I've always loved the form factor of the Squid, the double barrel. Just love the form factor of it. I don't have any batteries. Hang on. Let me get some batteries. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment there, people. Batteries. Batteries. Oh. Batteries. Batteries. Oh, yeah. Batteries. I don't know. I just want to vape this. It's just because I'm so fascinated just to see how the V3 is, because I love the V2. All right. Well, that's a 25 millimeter recoil Rebel on there, and it fits flush, perfect, solid flush. The battery sled is kind of clearly marked. Let's see if that works. Yeah, the double barrel has the worst door in the history of vaping. Just the worst door in the history of vaping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squid, nice screen. Let's turn this 0.12, 85 watts. Let's see how it fires. Yeah, I still have a Velocity. I still got a Velocity M Jones. I never use it. It's sitting in a retro vaping box, but I definitely still have a Velocity. Oh, come on. Click here, watch full videos. Leave us alone. We don't want to watch full videos. We don't want to. I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's rocking. It's giving me plenty of power. Plenty of power. Plenty of power there on that Squid V3. Dang. All right, cool. All right, well, maybe I got 2 vapes now to vape throughout this video. Set up the Squad Pod? Set up the Squad Pod? Is this something I should even be doing yet? Does anybody know about these? It didn't say, don't put this on your YouTube, so I'm just going to put it, I'm going to set up the Squad Pod. Oh, and it's in the same little banger graphic. Okay. That's dope. That's dope beyond words. Let me get closer. That's pretty dope. It matches. It's matchy. And there's a tank that goes in that hole right there. This is the Squid Industries Squad. 4 clicks will lock the wattage GrimmGreen. I got the navy blue one and love it. Awesome, Kevin. Awesome. You know, I love the double barrel. I've said like the double barrel is like my favorite vape, my favorite regulated mod. I've said that in the past. Okay, so that is airflow. Oh, intriguing. Yes, quite. Oh, weird. Oh, okay. It's an RBA base. He built a little round wire coil in there. Okay, how do you fill it up? I don't know. That's not it. Okay, it's 3 pieces. There's a chimney, there's a deck with an RBA base, and then there's a real long glass. But I can't, for the life of me, see how to... Oh, there is a big sort of rubber gasket here on the top that is the fill. That you fill it. That is a strange way to do it. IG is back, and I just joined the Patreon, Daniel Smith. All right, bro. I'll get you added to the Instagram. Send me a follow request at the Grimm Stream. I'll get you added before we stream today at 4. Cool? All right, cool. So, I'm not going to set up this pod right now, but it's cool. It matches. I really like this design. I wish they did a lot more of these type of looking designs. I really like that. I'll try to, I'm going to, look, we might come back to this pod. I've only got about a half hour here. I'm trying to be done by 3:30 so I have time to clean up and get to the Instagram live stream. I do have to shout out one of my patrons. Just give me a second here to shout out one of my patrons. We are going to shout out. I hope he's here today. If he's not here today, then you got to watch the replay. Not the real Gerard Butler. Bro, not the real Gerard Butler, a.k.a. Lee. He sent me a gift. I got a box from Amazon. No idea. I'm like, I didn't order anything. I open it, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I didn't order it. It was a gift. Lee, one of my patrons, because I'm buying a house apparently, here's your first real tool set. And he's correct. I have not had a real tool set before, and he got me this one, and it's just heavy. That's all I've noticed with it so far, is that it's just really heavy, and I'm excited about the possibilities of these tools. When I get this house, I'm gonna start adjusting things and using screwdrivers and adjusting them and turning them, and it's a bunch of fucking tools, bro. Oh, there's wire cutters. There's a tiny little screwdriver. What is this for? Someone quick, tell me what this is for. Just a little tiny little screwdriver. IKEA furniture, right? That's for IKEA furniture. I don't know how this was hanging in here. This went here. Oh, that went there. Okay, and this goes here. Do you go here? You do. You go there. And then there's razor blades that go here. Okay. Well, I got a whole mess of tools. I'm gonna be building a house. I'm gonna build my own office with these tools, not the real Gerard Butler. Anyway, bro, I appreciate it. I never had no cool tools before, so I'm excited. I'm gonna screw so many screws. I'm gonna screw the crap out of some screws. Vaping with Ken, give me a 30 mil pod system that is rebuildable mesh with a draw to activate it and dry fire protection and a 3,000 mAh battery with the pod sold separately. Yeah, right? That's like the golden goose. That's your white whale. That's what I want too. That's what I want too. All right, so far we've only opened one package, and that is dumb because we have so much to do. We have so much to go through. Oh shit, I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Hang on. Robert, very gracious of you. Very gracious of you. Thank you, Robert. Fire J, vaping with Vic. Yeah, he did. Robert, hey, Nick, with so many states raising the legal age to 21, what are your thoughts for the people that have been vaping legally for a couple of years that get stripped of that right? It's horseshit. It's bullshit. If you're 20 years old and you're an ex-smoker, current vapor, and they pass tobacco 21, suddenly you're a criminal. The government just decided that if you're a 20-year-old vapor, then you're a criminal now. And you have to use illegal means to get your vapes. Thankfully, 20-year-olds are quite resourceful. From what I can tell, 16, 15, and 14-year-olds are quite resourceful as well. So they're getting stripped of that right to vape, but it's not going to stop anybody from vaping. I mean, it's going to stop some people from vaping, but determined people are still going to find a way to vape. The problem is tobacco 21 excludes people who are like normal law-abiding citizens. It fucks them, but everybody else who, come on, used to doing something shady, working in the black market a little bit, it's only good news for you because now you're going to get your vapes cheaper in an illegal manner and no one's going to card you for it. So it's a big win for the black market, and it's a big loss for law-abiding citizen smokers. That's how I look at tobacco 21. It doesn't accomplish anything. I've said this before lots in the podcast, on the vlog. Tobacco 21 nationwide is just a big George W. Bush mission accomplished sign. Just nothing was really accomplished, but we're going to pat ourselves on the back because we feel like we accomplished something. We feel like we're contributing. We feel like we're helping. And they're not, but they feel like they are. So it's like mission accomplished. All right. There you go. Mitch McConnell. Here you go. Your arm must be sore from patting yourself on the back, Mitch McConnell. I don't know who this is from. What? This came from UPS? Evolution Vaping Limited. This is a dope mod, dude. And what? Vapors Cloud? What? Vapors Cloud Asgard RDA, matte black. I've never heard of that. I don't know why. I'm so excited. Asgard Mini, Hammer of God, and Midnight Purple. There's a Hammer of God in... Whoa, buddy. My 510 pin fell out. I'll replace that. So this is a GD Hammer of God mod. I've only ever seen these on the internet. I've never held one in real life, IRL. It's a big square. That is a honking big splattery black and purple square. Okay, so that's sick. That's super sick. That's insanely sick. I should have got tools too. All right, I'm going to get some tools. Yeah, see, Wildcard Wednesday is a little bit more casual. Talk amongst yourselves. Gonna get some tools tonight. I'm gonna get some tools tonight. Gonna get some tools tonight. The 510 pin kind of fell out of this, so I'm gonna try to get this 510 pin back in here. Kind of unthreaded out of there. What is this? David, hey Nick, tell Ruby Roo that her new chat show is damn good and she should stick with it. I will tell her that. You tell her that as well. You tell her that too. She'd love to hear it from other people, not just me. Wow, this is really difficult. I might not be able to get this screw back in here. Oh, there it goes. There's the adjustable 510. All right. I'm assuming the battery door opens like that. Extra springs, contact, O-ring. And this is a quad 18650. Good Lord. That is a serious vaporizer. Quad 18650s. Anybody ever remember the Wismec released a quad 18650 with that gigantic tank probably 2 years ago? That was insane. Also, Jeremy V, don't go too far. Boosh. I had to promote you, Jeremy V. You're doing too good. You're doing too good of a job. You're just going to get promoted. Let's see. Let's get back here to the super chat. M. Jones, very gracious of you. Seth, this won't make sense now, but the USB is for a gooseneck LED work light that I forgot to ship with the thing. This won't make sense now. All right. When I get to your box, Seth, we'll get to your box next, Seth. I'd rather open your box than like DHL China stuff. We can do that later. I can do that later. I can do that later with anybody. I can do that later by myself. I want to get to cool shit. So I'll get to yours. Jmod, I got to know, is my name Josh, Jordy, Jeremy, or Jmod? According to Ken, it's Greg now. Yeah, we'll go with Greg. Thanks, Jmod. Appreciate that, Greg. All right, well, I got Hammer of God 698, and I got 2 RDAs. Holy crap on a crutch. This is a monster. Ha 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 ha. Fuck, this is cool. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Whoa, that's a beast. And it comes with a beauty ring. It's like a 30 millimeter atomizer that comes with a freaking 30 millimeter beauty ring on there. That is so badass. Oh, that is the most baddest-astest. Boosh. Finally. I can be like the cool people on Instagram. I see like hobbyist vapors, like cool people on Instagram where I'm like, you guys are so cool. I want to be cool with you. They all vape Hammer of Gods with the Asgard, and it's just, it's like, oh, it's just, hard short in here. No big deal. And then they blow clouds the size of Hurricane Katrina. Postless, kind of postlessy style there. I'm going to swap out that squonk pin right away. There's an Ultem insert. Does J Hayes know about this? Does J Hayes know there's an Ultem insert in here? I feel like J Hayes is going to be pissed off if there's an Ultem insert in here. He's going to do that thing where he's like, look, I'm not saying that you stole it. Yeah, Ultem, huge. It's like a giant version of the Jenna. I mean, not exactly a giant version of the Jenna, but as far as I know, the Jenna was one of the first, if not the first, to use an Ultem insert, inside your RDA to control the airflow and things like that. Wow. That is very, very cool. All right, so okay, let me put this away. I'm gonna spend some time here with this Asgard. I'm gonna spend some time here with this Hammer of God. I'm just really excited about it. I've got a lot of like too cool fucking vape gear right out of the gate. We're not gonna get through all of this vape mail. In fact, I'm gonna look for Seth's box, and that might have to be the last box because we are wrapping this up at 3:30. That's just going to happen. We're wrapping it up at 3:30. Hammer of God, awesome. Asgard RDA, awesome. Asgard Mini RDA. I'm excited. I'm so excited to build this. That's going to be priority. This afternoon is building this Asgard RDA. Top priority. Top priority is the Asgard RDA. All right. Okay, I actually have 2 things that I wanted to talk about. That's not even like a quarter. That's not even like an eighth of the vape mail that is here. Click here, full videos. Anyway, thanks, Addy Tooney. You're always on it. You're always on that spam. All right, before we get to Seth's box, which is from Lazy Vapors, so you know it's going to be dope, I want to talk about this. Get it? Is that too washed out? Anybody see that? Filter, PHILTER. Filter. Hold, please. Wrong way. Wrong way. You see it better now? Not really. Not really. Not really. Okay, so this filter pH filter, it's kind of an incredible product. It's dorky. Here's the thing. It's dorky, but it works, and it works flawlessly. So there have been so many products. I know. All right, right, Vic? Filter. Thanks. I hate it. There have been a lot of products over the years that have tried to do what this filter is doing. And the idea behind it is it just gets rid of your vape. Just gets rid of it. You can mouth to lung. Shit, I should have grabbed a mouth to lung while I was up there. Well, didn't I just have a mouth to lung? Oh, here it is. So it's this little tube, and it's nothing. It just says filter, and that's it. And it's the lightest weight little tiny little plastic tube. Tiny little plastic tube. And the idea is, here, I'll give you a before. Use the K-Fun Light 2019 here. Here's a before. So that's about how much vapor is getting produced by a K-Fun Light 2019 0.94 at about 14 watts. Now, I'm going to take a drag on this, and then I'm going to blow it through the filter. It's dorky as hell, and I get it, and you have to carry around an extra thing, but it works the best that I have ever seen any vapor filter reducer work ever. It's insane. Here, I feel like I'm doing an infomercial. But wait, there's more. Watch this. Gone. Gone. I exhaled nothing. I exhaled no vapor. It can even eliminate like much bigger clouds. It has no problem eliminating the K-Fun vapor. Gone. Vapor is gone. Let's try a lung rip. Let's try something off of this sub-ohm tank. Let's try this. You think it can eliminate a cloud that big? We're going to try it. The first thing is, it might take a second because this filter has a slightly stiff exhale. Slightly stiff exhale. It's not the same as your RDA. It feels like a mouth-to-lung type of inhale and exhale. So if you were using a pod, if you had any pod, Caliburn. If you had a Caliburn in this, you could kind of hold it in one hand, hit your Caliburn, exhale it through this, and you would have no visible vapor anywhere. But I want to try it with a sub-ohm tank. Okay, I need to clear all the vapor out of here. Gone. Gone. This thing swallowed up that cloud like it wasn't even, I can't think of a way to finish that. This swallowed up that cloud. Gone. The cloud is gone. This is a cloud annihilator. There was a bro trip. Like, good Lord, when was this? A few years ago, we were driving home from Arizona, and Dwayne had this mod that was an 18650 mod, and one side was for a sub-ohm tank, and the other side had this, like, inside of it. And the idea was you're supposed to not press your button. The idea was take a hit on your tank, blow it back into the mod, it dissipates your cloud. It didn't really work. I was still blowing like cloud comp level clouds through this little filter thing that Dwayne had, but this is even tinier than that, and it eliminates. Yeah, I mean, if you're cloud chasing, look, I could take a huge rip. Tiniest little amount of vapor comes out. And like I said, this isn't really for cloud chasing. This isn't like, oh, well, now I can use my squonker on a plane. I can just vape and blow into this. It's not really for that. It's not meant to dissipate cloud chasing clouds. It just happens to be able to do it. It's designed to dissipate mouth to lung style sized clouds. So if I'm at a rock show, or if I'm in a bar or something, and I got this little guy right here, good. You're good to go. And you're right, Jeremy. You can just stealth vape just regularly, but this is something that you don't need to stealth vape with. And honestly, this is for like when we have people over or company over and I don't want to be blowing clouds in everybody's faces, or like on Thanksgiving when our house is packed with like 15 people, I can just mouth to lung and I can blow it into this and no one would even know, no one would even care. And I think that's like a considerate thing to do. I'm not going to, this isn't like well, now I can vape anywhere. Now I can just vape all over the place and no one will ever notice. It's not for that. It's for more courteousness. Being courteous to people. I vape in public. I vape in public all the time. And I'm always aware. You have to be aware of like who's around you, what's around you. You know, you're walking around on busy streets. You don't want to exhale anything. Hi, welcome to the filter. Anyway, I just got one of those. I got a bunch of them. I'm going to be testing them out. I've already been using one like crazy out in the living room, like really trying to punish this thing, seeing how much vapor it can actually get rid of. But I'm shocked. I'm just shocked at how well this filter really, really actually works. The filter. And they have a few different products, but we're getting down to time here. We're in time. Need time check. Time check. All right, I got one last box. And again, really appreciate you guys coming to hang out on a Wednesday with me. I know you got better things to do. I know there's a lot going on out there in the world. It's an exciting time to be alive. I get it. I mean, I don't know how I can compete with things like VR and, I don't know, other whatever kids are doing, these Fortnite. How do I what's a Fortnite? How do I compete with Fortnite? I can't, but I'm going to try. All right, we got one last box here. It should not have been the last box, but this is from Seth. This is from Lazy Vapors. Greg, how you doing, J-Mod? You good? All right. Burp counter. I've only had 2 tonight. That's weird. Let's drink some more beer. We can remedy that situation. It also, the beer is good because of how much sweat is actually pouring down me right now. Pouring. Thank you very much, Addie Tooney. Addie, thank you. we are overjoyed right now. And I thought that getting a house would be like this huge relief, like just a huge weight off of my shoulders. And trust me when I say that it is, but it's also somehow compounded all of the stress in the universe back into me, because now I'm like, okay, well, now we have to go paint and build and sand and move and refloor and paint some more and plant grass and then paint more and then move my parents down here and build for them and get them a thing. It's like it was this huge relief, and I'm so pumped. I'm beyond pumped. But as soon as that joy was like, all right, now the hard work begins. And that's why Wildcard Wednesday is going to be here. Wildcard Wednesday is going to be here for the days that I am frazzled, for the weeks that I am frazzled and stuck in work or painting or something like that. We're going to have Wildcard Wednesdays where we just get to hang out on a Wednesday afternoon, vape, drink beer, open mail, and talk about advocacy. And I think that sounds like a pretty good plan to me personally. But shit, we're running out of time. Seth. Got a box from Seth here. Lazy Vapors. Now, Seth, I want to say your tenacity inspires me, because Seth and Lazy Vapors have been around for years and years and years and years. And he's just grinding away and keeps producing beautiful mods because it's something that he loves to do. It's something he believes in, and he just keeps going and keeps going. And damn it, I love that. I love that tenacity. I love that tenacity, Seth. There's a lot of tape on this, Seth. There's a lot of tape on this here. All right. Is this a stand? Wait. Okay. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. What did you do? What is this? Okay. It looks like the control panel at Chernobyl. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this right now. Is this the control panel from Chernobyl? Is this the AZ5 button? I'm assuming this is for RDA testing. I think this is for RDA testing. There's a drawer in here. RDA building and testing, because there's a drawer in here, which I'm thinking, wow, shit, scissors, cotton, things could fit down there. There's a little display, and then there's a USB here, so I'm assuming it's USB powered, and that this is going to show me a display of resistance. There's 6 510s, and you can alternate between both of them. I love this. Seth. There's even wire cutting holes. Is that what those are for? For measuring? Are these measuring holes across the top? And then there's 6 510s. Okay, no, there's 3 510s that are wired. Okay, there's 3 510s that are wired and 3 510s that are unwired. So maybe that's where they can just sit. There's so many possibilities here. There is so many possibilities here. Let me just show you this Chernobyl power plant control panel. Yeah, so there's 6. You can see the ones on the bottom are actually wired. The ones on the top are not. There's a USB on this side, and there's going to be a display, I'm assuming, over here on this side. Seth, this is amazing. Well, here's my mission today, is to get this up and running. I got stuff to build. I got stuff to re-wick. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this today. Holy crap, this is awesome. Seth, I was expecting a box mod, but I'm kind of like, this is better than that. This is better than a box mod. You've given me something that I have never had before. It's a build station. This is a kick-ass build station. And it even has place for 3 RDAs along the side. It's got a drawer, cotton, scissors, screwdrivers. You can keep it all in here. RDAs, you can test the resistance of them. I'm assuming you'd be able to fire them maybe? Is that for firing them? I don't know. Seth. I'll get with you, bro, and you can explain to me how this works, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the crap out of this. This is incredible. I know. Someone's going to think you're making a bomb with that thing. I know. I don't know where this is sold. You can check Lazy Vapors if you want to Google that. Lazy Vapors, that could be a thing. But dang, Seth. Let me just show this off a little bit more. I love that it's wood. It reminds me of like an old vintage like stereo components or something like that. I just love the vintagey clear and wood look of this. And I'm going to use it. Damn it, Seth. First things first. Let's take a K-Fun. Just screw it right here. Boosh, right there. So if I need to build my K-Fun or re-wick my K-Fun, right there. Look at that. It doesn't fall because it's screwed in. Shit, Seth. Thanks, bro. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Sethness. I appreciate that. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use it up. This is going to be a desk item for sure. Wait, that's for screwdrivers. Oh, Seth, you genius. You genius. You genius, Seth. All right. Well, look, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're creeping up on 3:30. I'm going to take about a half hour to clean up before I go stream with my patrons on Instagram. But yeah, this is a Wildcard Wednesday. We're going to do a Wildcard Wednesday next week as well. And then a Wildcard Wednesday maybe the following week as well. So for the next 2 weeks, here's what you're going to get. Chill afternoon Wildcard Wednesdays, 2 p.m. on Wednesday. If anybody's here, you come hang out. If not, catch the replay. If not, then look, I'm not the boss of you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But let me just figure out a way to wrap this up. Oh, cheers. All right, guys. I got some cleaning to do. I got some other stuff to do. We're gonna call this good. We're gonna do one last super chat from 4 British Eyes only. Very gracious of you. Love that number. It happens to be my favorite number. Yo, I just got some Strawberry Circus to try. Glad you like the beer. Thanks for not opening with a knife. See you at NVE. Juice. Okay, juice. Let me know what you think of that Strawberry Circus, dude. And yeah, I will see you at NVE. I'll see a lot of people at NVE. I can't wait. I'm really excited for NVE. I'm not going to have any merch. I'm not going to have any t-shirts or hats or anything like that, you guys. It really bums me out, but fuck. All of my money, literally 100% of everything I have saved my entire life just got put into this house. And so I'm going to try to whip up some stickers so at least I can have some free stickers to give away at NVE. I think that's a pretty cool deal. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here on the Wildcard Wednesday. Like I said, I don't have any bumpers or anything like that. So I'm just going to say, I'm just going to do this.